Hi everyone, today we are going to be learning Module 1, Lesson 5. The objective for today's lesson, or what we're wanting to be able to do by the end, is to understand the meaning of the unknown as the number of groups in division. So yesterday in lesson 4, we were focusing on the size of the group. Today we're focusing on the number of groups. So we're going to jump right in with our application problem. So it says Addie has 18 bracelets. After she organizes the bracelets by color, she has 3 equal groups. How many bracelets are in each group? Let's break that down. Okay, so what do we know Addie has? Okay, we know she has 18 bracelets. What else do we know? Okay, we know that she has 3 equal groups after she organizes them by color. So what do we need to solve? What is the question we're being asked? Okay, the question says how many bracelets are in each group? So that's what we need to solve for. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and draw this out. We're going to do our fair share method, just like we did yesterday. Okay, so I'm going to draw 3 groups, or 3 big circles, to represent my groups. Okay, and I know that she starts out with 18 bracelets. Okay, so each group is going to represent a different color. So I'm going to do B for blue, O for orange, and G for green. Okay, and if you'd like, you can make sure you're drawing these things along with me on some scratch notebook paper. So blue, orange, and green bracelets. We need to do the fair share method, making sure that we are taking turns putting in 1 bracelet in each group till we get to 18. Okay, so let's go ahead and start doing that. So we have 1 blue, 1 orange, 1 green. Okay, so I've shared them equally. So I have 3. We need to get to 18. So let's keep counting. So 4, 5, 6, starting over, 7, 8, 9, starting over, 10, 11, 12, starting over, 13, 14, 15, starting over, 16, 17, 18. Okay, we've made it to 18. So what did we find? We knew she had 18 bracelets to start, and then she separated them by color into 3 equal groups. So remember, the question we were being asked is how many bracelets are in each group? Okay, so let's count those. In each equal group, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bracelets. So she has 6 bracelets in each group. Okay, so here on the next page, they essentially did the same thing, but instead of dots, they just did dashes. Okay, and this is how they wrote their answer. So the problem reads 18 divided by 3 equals 6. There are 6 bracelets in each group. That's how you would answer your question in a complete sentence. Very good job. Okay, so we're going to move on to our next problem. So next weekend, my friend Grace is having a party. 18 people are coming. I told her I'd help set up tables. We know that 6 people can sit at each table, but we're not sure how many tables we'll need. Okay, so let's think about this. What information do Grace and I already have? Okay, we know that 18 people are coming, and we also know that 6 people can sit at each table. That's what we know. What information don't we know? What are we trying to solve? Okay, we're trying to find out how many tables we'll need. That's what we're trying to solve. Okay, so we're going to solve this problem. Okay, so if we were to have 18 people coming to the party, we need to split those 18 people into groups of 6. So we would take 18 divided by 6, and that's where we would find our answer. So 18 was our total, divided by 6, which was the size of the group, we got 3. So that would tell us that we need 3 tables total. So how does the number sentence here, well, that's what I just answered. So let's go ahead and move on. So we're going to look back at what we did for our application problem. So let's think back to these 2 different problems. So for this problem, for our application problem, we did 18 divided by 3 equals 6 when we were solving for the bracelets. But then for the party problem, we did 18 divided by 6 equals 3. What do you see in common with those 2 sentences? Okay, so they all had the same numbers. So if we did 18 divided by 3 equals 6, and 18 divided by 6 equals 3, they all have the same numbers in the problem, right? But what's different is we switched the 6 and the 3 around, depending on what you're looking for or trying to solve for. So we divide when we want to find the size of the groups or the number of groups. So in our bracelet problem, we were trying to find how many were in each group, which was 6. But in the party problem, we were trying to figure out how many groups or tables that we needed, which was 3. So it just depends on which one you're solving for, the size of the groups or the number of groups. And that will tell you which number is going to be your answer. Okay. So let's do another problem. So Micah plans to buy 15 burgers. 3 burgers come in each pack. How many packs should he buy? Okay, let's think about what we already know. We know that he plans to buy 15 burgers total. We also know that 3 burgers come in each pack. What are we trying to solve? We're trying to solve for how many packs he should buy. So let's think about what these stand for. The 15 burgers. What does the number 15 represent? So 15 represents our total. Okay, so we're dividing 15 by what? 3. So we know there's 3 burgers in each pack. So what is 3 representing? So 3 represents size of group. So there's 3 in each group or each pack. So what are we trying to solve for? So we're trying to solve for how many packs he should buy. So that would represent the number of groups. We know that there's 3 in each group, but we don't know the number of groups. We don't know how many packs he has to buy. Okay, so we're trying to solve for the number of groups. Okay, so let's look on the next screen to find out our answer. So we have 15 divided by 3. Okay, so they went ahead and drew it out for us. So we knew we had 3 in each pack, and we had 15 total. So they went ahead and drew their burgers 3 at a time, and they circled groups of 3 until they got to 15. And they skip counted by 3s. So let's say our skip count together. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so what would 15 divided by 3 be equal to? Or how many packs would Micah need? 5. You're exactly right. So Micah needs 5 packs. And our problem would be 15 divided into groups of 3. You'd end up with 5 groups. Great job. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and start on our problem set. So we'll do a few problems together, and then I'll have you do the rest on your own on Seesaw. So make sure you're listening for which problems I want you to do. Okay, so let's work through number 1 together. So this is one we're doing together. It says divide 6 tomatoes into groups of 3. There are blank groups of 3 tomatoes. And then it says 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So this one's a pretty easy one. We just have to fill in one blank. Okay, so we know that there's 6 tomatoes total, and we know they're in groups of 3. So what are we trying to solve for? The size of the groups or the number of groups? The number of groups. And if we count the groups, we see there's 1 group, 2 groups. So there are 2 groups of 3 tomatoes. That's number 1. Great job. Okay, let's move on to number 3. This one's a little bit trickier. It says divide 10 stars into groups of 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and count off 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that group. Let's count another. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there are my equal groups of 5. So 10 stars divided into groups of 5 gives us how many groups? What's the number of groups in this answer? 2. We made 2 groups of 5. So 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Very good job. Okay, when you get to Seesaw, you're going to be doing number 2 and number 4. We did 1 and 3 together, okay, so you don't have to show your work for those problems. Okay, let's move on. We're going to do number 6 together. It says Jamisha has 16 wheels to make toy cars. She uses 4 wheels for each car. It says use a count by to find the number of cars Jamisha can build. Make a drawing to match your counting. Okay, so we know she has 16 wheels to make toy cars, and she uses 4 wheels for each car. Okay, so we need to count by 4s until we get to 16. Okay, so here's 4 wheels. So for each car, there's 4 wheels. So there's 4. Okay, there's another 4. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, so she has 16 wheels total, 4 wheels for each car. So now we need to be able to say how many groups of 4 wheels there are. Well, I just circled 4 groups. So there's 4 groups of 4 wheels each. So for the division sentence, it would be 16 divided by 4. So split into groups of 4 equals 4. Okay, very good job, friends. So on Seesaw, you're going to do number 5. So you have number 2, number 4, and number 5 to do on Seesaw. Good luck, and you can always rewatch the video if you need any help.